Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to part one of a series that I'm going to be doing throughout the course of the rest of the month because October's almost here, and October is when I usually run Caliban. And as you may or may not know, Caliban is my favorite of the mega dungeons. It's only 4 levels of graph paper mapped out, but it's pretty mega. If you've never been in it, it's crazy, it's deadly, and it's chock full of some of the most overpowered magic items you could possibly imagine. But to start off this series, I thought I would show off and review probably one of the more famous mega dungeons, at least in my experience. That would be obviously the Forgotten Realms, the Ruins of Undermountain. It's the Forgotten Realms tie-in, and this is just the cover. I've had this one for a while. It's in really good shape because I've only run it once, and I ended up doing most of the work. A lot of the keyed rooms were it's just kind of meh and not what I was looking for, and I used it for a different world, not Undermountain, which is one of my pet peeves about this. The main campaign guidebook is like 120 some odd pages, and it includes some magic items, some new spells, but it's got like 20 pages, I kid you not, probably well over 20 pages of the ins and outs, getting in and out of the mega dungeon, the different gates and portals and secret entrances. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm old-fashioned. I just want one way in, one way out. The same way in is the same way out. But maybe some of you guys prefer a little more variety, a little more magic. Other than that, it's not bad. I'll give you my rating at the end out of 10. Thumbs up, stars, Fonzies, whatever you want to call it. It's not bad. It's got a heck of a lot of loot in it. If you manage to clear out, why don't I show that off? It's got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of these just insane maps. I'm not going to show off all 4. I'm just going to show you one of them, so you get an idea of just how monstrous this place is. And the maps are perfect, absolutely gorgeous, and they're not too. You know how in the old days, when we got a sheet of graph paper, it was like gold, so every little square was something. There was very little actual blackened out solid rock in our dungeons because we didn't know any better. We would just, the walls are a line thick, and they need to be pretty thick to hold up all that land above it. But here's I think this is the bottommost level. I know this is level 3, so it's a mixture of quarried stone work and natural caverns. This is just one monster of a map, and there's 4 of these. So I was talking to my good friend Bubba today, where some of these adventure mega dungeons are expected to take years up of gaming. My players do not have that kind of time. They'll be lucky if they're around in 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? We're all old, getting gray, and so 1 level would be more than enough. And there's different ways you can go about it, but these are just insane. Just absolutely insane. And the funny thing is I would guess that less than 20% of all the maps are keyed, so you still have plenty of room. But even if you only used 1 of these, you're looking at a long-term investment in the way of time. Then, of course, it comes with some rather weak new monsters. I realize this is 2nd edition, and the Monsters Compendium and the Monsters Manual, or whatever it was called, is just hundreds and hundreds of monsters. And of course it's got these, I don't know if you can tell, that the pages are punched so you can put it in that awful idea of a 3-ring, 5-ring, whatever binder to put these in, and just absolute disaster of an idea, I think, personally. Some of you might have enjoyed it, getting the new supplements, but to me it was a cop out on just making a Monster Mango 2 Fiend Folio. Just give me like 12 monster books, I'll buy them all. But selling me little packets of pages that I got to put in and get those little ring hole protectors, just no. I want a hardcover book, soft cover if you have to, but we'd pay for the hardcover. I know I just paid for one a little while ago. Personally, my favorite part of the entire box set is this set of trap cards, which pretty handy, and some really devious traps. Some are actually better than Grimtooth's in their simplicity and overall replayability, but there's like half a dozen of these cards. Probably my favorite thing. And then there was Undermountain Adventures, which most of which don't even take place in Undermountain. You'll walk through a gate and go here. Kind of another, distraction from the mindset of let's clear the dungeon and be done with it, make it our own, that kind of thing. But instead, you get teleported here or gated there. Just no. Just we can do that later. You got a great idea. Let's do that when we're done, or maybe as a side quest when you go back to town and you get involved in some little skirmish or something, some little dust up where you have to go and do this other thing and then go back, and then of course the dungeon should be restocked, as Bubba would say in his previous video. The monsters, repopulate, or new monsters move in. You're gone from the dungeon more than 24 hours. There's a good chance that new things are occupying the rooms, or people have spread out a little more, or they've discovered their dead bodies of their friends, fellow orcs and hobgoblins and stuff like that, and pulled them away, eaten them, or done whatever it is they do, bury them, light them on fire, and hey, free real estate. Let's take over, Joe Bob Bugbear's old stomping grounds and make it our own. He's not using it, right? But it's not bad. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I kid you not, there's like, I think, 2 Wands of Frost. Kind of crazy. One should be enough. You really shouldn't find another one. There's a Rod of Resurrection, which you'll never find one of those in my game, let alone the Scroll of Resurrect. That's just too powerful and too gamey, too video gamey. You die, you're dead, make up a new character. Sorry. Maybe 1 or 2 resurrects in the entire campaign, maybe 3 on the outside. My players have actually found ways around that. Personally, I think the good old-fashioned Death's Door spell is a much better solution. He's mostly dead, but not completely dead, as in, he's like -18. Okay, well, go look up the Death's Door. It's in the Unearthed Arcana. It's one of the best things in there. For just that reason, but I digress. It's got a lot of treasure. There's one room in there. I think even on the first level. Oops, spoiler. Not like this hasn't been out for, longer than some of you have been alive. But I kid you not, it's got like about 1 million gold pieces and gems, including a 200,000 gold piece emerald. That, good luck trying to sell it. It's just kind of an albatross around whoever's neck ends up holding on to it, because no one's got that kind of change in their pocket or their portable hole and wants a big giant head-sized emerald. I mean, everybody wants one, but nobody wants to pay for it, and that just puts a big target around that character's head, which is an absolutely fantastic idea in my opinion. But that's what I got for you guys. Gonna keep it short and sweet. Let me know what your experience was with this adventure. If you liked it, loved it, hated it, would you run it? Do you want to run through it? I'm not running it. I just let you know. I'm probably going to either sell that or give it away maybe someday. I'm not a Forgotten Realms guy, and that's where it belongs. It was meant to be played in the Forgotten Realms. If you guys are fans of that, cool. I never got into it. I was already doing my own thing by then, but it's not bad. I've seen worse. Some of the very first modules that were ever written, I think I did reviews on Palace of the Vampire Queen, and those 3 We Warriors modules were were not as good. They had some fun ideas, but you know, if you're talking mega dungeons, that's the one most people know about. But I'm going to do some more reviews on some more mega dungeons, and also some videos on how to make your own mega dungeon. And we'll get to that later on, probably starting more next week. Actually, I have one more mega dungeon video for Friday morning. It's just going to be a short one, but it's just to get you started. Let me know. Comment section. What do you think? Like them, love them, hate them. Till then, happy gaming and happy trails.